My favorite thing in the world is to sit around a fire in the winter and drink whiskey.
These are going to be the best 7 whiskeys to drink this winter.
Welcome back again to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about our favorite winter whiskeys.
And Dave has a mic on, so we can do the video and actually record it this time.
Hey, listen, sometimes you don't need to know how the sausage is made.
I hate that reference literally so much. I hate it. All right, so these lists, the longer we keep going, the more these kind of videos are tough to make. Because I was putting them together, and I'm like, man, I don't know which way to go, whatever. But we were able to come up with 7 whiskeys. 6 of them are fairly kind of gettable. One of them is going to be a little hard to get.
Yep.
And yeah, so we can go ahead and start.
All right, before we get started, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, help us get to that 20,000 mark.
That's true. That's a big goal for us this year.
Yep. All right. First one on the list. The old Wild Turkey 101. We don't really talk about Wild Turkey 101 very much. We probably should because it is a staple that needs to be in everybody's arsenal. And if you're trying to find a decent bourbon, decent price, that is going to kind of give you the spice that maybe you're trying to step up your game to, this is a good one to jump into.
Yeah. And I think it's actually, first off, super cheap. It's also drinks a little warmer than it's proof at 101.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes,
it's solid.
When you start out, maybe you're drinking Basil Hayden and you're like, "Ooh, this is good," and you're like, "What's next?" That could be.
I'm
next.
sorry, Jimmy, that your awesome stuff just got compared to Basil Hayden.
No, I wasn't comparing it to Basil Hayden. I'm saying it's better, a jump up from Basil Hayden.
He had it in the same sentence.
That is true. All right, next on the list is the old Copper and King, kind of a new kid on the block in the sense of bourbon.
Well, it's actually, yes. So they released this last year.
Yeah.
This is, we believe it has 5, 10, 15-year-old stocks in it.
A couple drops of 15-year just to kind of...
Probably. It is finished in, I think it's apple brandy.
Yeah, apple brandy. Yep.
Apple brandy barrels. I think the stuff's solid. I like a lot of the finished stuff we get from Copper and Kings anyway. I have some really great brandy from them.
Yeah.
And it's solid through and through. I think it's 111 proof. It's not anything that's I gotta have it. It's gonna change our world.
Yeah.
But I think for a really good change of pace, I think it's solid.
And a decent price.
Yeah, it's like 65 bucks.
Yeah, for sure. Next on the list is the Smoke Wagon Private Barrels. We did a review on this, and I think even in the review we talked about this epitomizes a winter whiskey.
Yeah, through and through.
It's just so good. The rye flavor in it, just warms you in such good ways. This, to me, of all of them, if I was sitting around a fire, this one would be one that probably would be my go-to of sitting around a fire.
On this list, yeah, it'd probably be up there.
Yeah.
Outside of the allocated one.
Yeah.
With that being said, with this one, the only caveat I would say is if you don't like rye, this probably isn't going to be your jam.
Yeah.
Because this is very rye forward. It's very rye on the palate. I think it's really, really good. They are going to start releasing single barrels, and it's going to be from these stocks. So I think a lot of these single barrels will become available either between stores or whatever else.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good opportunity for you to try something. It's also a little bit of a different mash bill for them as well. So
super good. Next on the list is our very own Penelope American Light Whiskey.
Our own Penelope?
Yeah, we do own it.
That is true.
We don't own Penelope. If we did, we probably wouldn't be doing this in the basement of Zach's house.
That is also true.
We might have our own studio.
We'd also have $200 million.
Yeah. So this is the American Light Whiskey. This is a 15-year Ross and Squibb product. If 15-year does not come around all that often.
Yeah.
And so...
Even for light whiskey.
Yeah. Even for light whiskey. This is so good. And I just remembered we did a review on this as well. It's not out yet, but we've done a review on it. It'll be coming out sooner rather than later. And I was pleasantly surprised because this is not one of them that I was overwhelmed with joy to try.
Well, the first release of it that we had, I didn't love. I thought it was fine, but I didn't love it. This one I was very, very happy with. I think actually I think this actually being like 128 proof and not like in the high 30s, which a lot of that stuff is.
Yeah.
I think actually helps out a whole lot.
Yeah.
And
I think it
has a really excellent profile to it. And I can't wait for that review to get out because I do think it's, excuse me, excellent.
I do too. Next on the list is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. And I mean, you know our love for Jack Daniel's.
Sure.
Our love for the rye. The fact that these are sitting around now and you can get these
Very surprised about.
Yeah, that you can get these for
Very.
$70. You should have this. These are just. I'm glad that these are starting to sit around because I think people more and more need to be grabbing a hold of these and drinking them because they're so good.
Yeah. So whenever these first came out, I thought it'd be like some time before they would sell on shelves. But
I
really,
did too.
But really, they sell on shelves now for us locally, which I know they're not going to be in all markets, but I kind of judge like if something's going to sell on the shelf around here,
yeah,
odds are it's going to sell on the shelf everywhere else.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right. I just think that it's just
and we're getting pics of it now too.
Yeah, I just think it's a really solid rye. In the anywhere from 120 to 130 something, like you're getting a really good rye that
Agreed.
you can sit around and warm you up in the winter. So
Yep.
good. Next is our Sagamore rye.
Love me
What
some
list?
Sagamore.
Yeah, what list wouldn't be complete unless we had a Sagamore on it. And in the winter, and when you're looking for good ryes, you don't have to look much further than Sagamore.
No, this is my second bottle
And in
I've
an
had.
affordable state.
Yeah, true.
So
This is my second bottle of their 8-year now. Did a hurting on it towards the end of the year when it started getting cold.
yeah,
And this stuff, I'm just telling you guys, like what Sagamore is doing, what they are producing, is just awesome.
yeah,
Like,
it really is.
It's just very, very happy with it. And I cannot wait to continue to see the amount of growth that they have
Yeah,
just going on from
I
there.
totally agree with you on that for sure. This is the allocated one, and you can see it. It is our Parker's Heritage 10-year rye. This was our rye of the year last year. I was surprised. We did a video and we were talking about 2023, 2024. I didn't think about that until just now, but I was surprised that the lack of high quality rye last year.
Well, I mean,
And so this,
yeah.
so like the fact that this didn't even make our top 10. Usually there's a rye in our top 10.
Yeah, or close.
And so like just looking at that, here's hoping for 2024 there's more rye that comes out that's really, 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 really good. So
absolutely love this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I know this is obviously hard to get. I get it. Still, at the end of the day, it's still great though.
yeah, it is. I mean, there's nothing to complain about with that. So, tell us what's on your list of things that you like to drink in the wintertime. Now, some people will say there's no such thing as winter, summer, spring whiskey, but we all know that that's, we all know that that's not true.
I thought somebody was going to say there's no such thing as just like winter.
Yeah, no, there is no fourth season. We only have two. We have like
hot and cold.
Yeah, that's it. No, but like some people just will say there's no such thing as good winter whiskey or good summer whiskey or good fall whiskey. I'm here to tell you that there are, and if you have drank enough of them, you know that some just lend themselves to being more in the colder times of the year.
Sure.
And some more in the hotter times of the year. So tell us what's on your list. We love to know what's going on with you and your spot. So let us know what that is. And until the next time,
We'll see you.
we will see you.